In the early 2020s, ASIS, Australia's elite intelligence agency, faced an increasingly complex global security threat. Extremist groups and organized criminal networks were becoming more sophisticated in their operations, with the ability to strike quickly and with devastating consequences. In response to an imminent threat, ASIS launched Operation Thunderstrike, a high-stakes operation designed to neutralize a highly organized terrorist cell that had been planning a series of attacks on Australian nationals and interests abroad. The group, with ties to global terror organizations, was preparing to carry out coordinated strikes on Australian diplomatic missions, expatriates, and strategic locations in Southeast Asia. The operation would prove to be a critical test of ASIS's ability to combat modern-day terrorism. Operation Thunderstrike was initiated after Australian intelligence intercepted communications suggesting that a terrorist cell had acquired military-grade explosives and weapons with the intention of launching simultaneous attacks on Australian targets in Southeast Asia. The group had already carried out reconnaissance of several high-profile locations, including embassies, hotels, and business districts frequented by Australian nationals. They were highly organized, well-funded, and equipped with the tools necessary to carry out their deadly plan. ASIS agents were immediately deployed to Southeast Asia, where they faced significant challenges. The region had become a hotspot for terrorist activity, with extremist groups leveraging the chaotic political environment to organize and plan attacks. The terrorist cell that ASIS was targeting had extensive resources, operating through a network of safe houses, mobile units, and local sympathizers. The agents had to operate covertly in a volatile environment, blending in with local populations while conducting intelligence-gathering operations to locate the cell's leaders and identify the precise details of their attack plans. The first priority of Operation Thunderstrike was to track the movements of the terrorists and gather actionable intelligence. ASIS agents used a combination of human intelligence, HUMINT, and signals intelligence, SIGINT, to monitor the group's communications and observe their activities. The agents infiltrated local insurgent factions and established relationships with informants within the cell's network. Through careful surveillance, they discovered that the group had smuggled explosives into multiple cities in Southeast Asia and was preparing to strike within days. One of the breakthroughs in Operation Thunderstrike came when ASIS identified the location of a weapons cache in a remote part of the region. The cell was planning to use the explosives in coordinated bombings aimed at Australian targets. ASIS agents, working alongside the Australian Federal Police, AFP, and regional intelligence agencies, formulated a plan to intercept the weapons shipment and neutralize the threat before the attacks could take place. The operation culminated in a series of well-coordinated raids on the terrorist cell's safe houses, targeting key operatives and their weapon stockpiles. ASIS, in collaboration with local law enforcement and military units, raided multiple locations where the terrorists had been hiding and storing weapons. During the raids, the team seized large quantities of explosives, firearms, and communication devices, dismantling the group's ability to carry out the planned attacks. Several high-ranking members of the cell were captured, and their network was effectively neutralized. The success of Operation Thunderstrike was a pivotal moment in Australia's counter-terrorism efforts. It not only prevented an attack that could have resulted in significant loss of life, but also disrupted a transnational terrorist network that had been operating in the shadows for years. The intelligence gathered during the operation was crucial in identifying the group's structure and tracking down other cells linked to the broader network. ASIS's ability to infiltrate and dismantle this dangerous group demonstrated the agency's expertise and capability in counter-terrorism operations. Operation Thunderstrike is a prime example of ASIS's critical role in protecting Australian nationals and interests abroad. It highlighted the agency's proficiency in operating in high-risk environments, gathering intelligence, and neutralizing threats before they could escalate into larger, more devastating attacks. The operation also reinforced the importance of international collaboration. as ASIS worked alongside a range of global intelligence and law enforcement agencies to ensure the success of the mission. While much of Operation Thunderstrike remains classified, its impact was undeniable. The mission saved lives, disrupted a dangerous terror network, and demonstrated ASIS's continued commitment to keeping Australia safe in an increasingly complex and dangerous world. The operation serves as a testament to the agency's determination, skill, and professionalism in the ongoing fight against global terrorism. Behind the scenes, ASIS agents continue to work tirelessly to protect the nation from evolving threats, ensuring that Australia's interests remain secure in an unpredictable global landscape.